What's up guys, it's Faded, welcome back to the channel, hope you're all doing awesome as always, and Season 1 for MW3 and Warzone is now live, and we've got a ton of changes in the gameplay department to go over today, so let's not waste any of your time and just get straight into it. So to start here, one of the big things you'll notice about the UI is that the player HUD has been adjusted. So according to the patch notes here, player health and stamina will now be represented by dynamic bars on the HUD, and this does not yet have support for Warzone, however, as this is exclusive to multiplayer and zombies, but I will keep you guys posted on potential for it being added to Warzone. Next are some movement adjustments, and pro players are not happy with these changes at all. The crouch to stand delay has been set to 150 milliseconds, and the prone to stand delay has been set to 600 milliseconds. And down below it says that they've introduced these changes to combat snaking, and that player feedback will be taken into account for potential of future adjustments to these delays. Now next up is the spawns, so there is now improved spawn protection against enemy equipment and kill streaks, and changes were made to Hardpoint to improve the flow of combat and increase control of team-owned areas. So as it pertains to weapon changes, the MTZ got a massive nerf as hipfire spreads both while stationary and moving have all been increased, while the hipfire spread benefits for both the weapon's heavy barrel and stock attachments have been decreased. So for the BAS-B, the damage multipliers in semi-auto have been increased, with the lower torso going from 1 to 1.2 times, and the arm and hand going from 1 to 1.35 times. The Sidewinder's ADS time was decreased by 5%, with the Predator Precision Barrel, Integrated Suppressor, and Borealis Grip all getting gun kick control benefit increases. As for the Striker, it got a buff with its ADS and sprint to fire times all being decreased, as well as its stubby barrel attachment getting a 9% ADS time benefit. The Lockwood 680 shotgun no longer has a reduced damage pellet count while using tac stance. The MCW 6.8's ADS animation has been fixed when using the conversion kit and drum mag. The Riot Shield has gotten a buff, but it comes with a trade-off, so the melee damage has been increased from 50 to 75, but the trade-off is that you incur a 10% movement penalty while the shield is on your back. As far as attachment adjustments go, the S37C DL Breacher device muzzle had its hipfire spread benefit decreased by 14%, as well as it also resolved an issue that prevented one-hit kills in round-based modes. The Bruin Tactical Vertical Grip had its hipfire spread benefit decreased by 8%, and Hollow Point's inflicted sprint penalty was decreased by 75%. So now the next thing we're going to touch on, do you guys remember a couple videos ago when I talked about the MW2 weapon balancing pass? Well, we're starting to see the first changes from that. So reserve ammo has been increased on all MW2 weapons to meet the standards of the current game. Next, hipfire spread benefits of both lasers and underbarrel vertical grips have decreased. For weapon-specific changes, the M4's maximum damage was increased from 28 to 35, and the head and neck damage multipliers have been decreased. The TAC-V has had damage multipliers for the lower torso, leg, and feet increased from 0.8 to 1.1 times. Both the Vaznev and the ISO 45 got their near medium and maximum damages increased respectively. The KV Broadside got its far medium damage range increased by 8% while slightly decreasing the gun's ADS spread. For LMGs, the RAL MG had a ton of buffs. The ADS time got a 17% decrease, the sprint to fire time got a 15% decrease, and the TAC sprint to fire time got a 16% decrease. Next LMG to get an adjustment was the 5.56 Icarus, with its max damage getting increased and head damage multiplier getting decreased, both by 21% respectively. The only marksman rifle to get a change was the SPR, with its max damage range getting a 28% increase and its ADS time getting an 8% decrease. And the last of the MW2 guns to get adjusted was the Basilisk, with various damage range increases. Now the next thing we're going to discuss is changes to game mode specific stuff. So first up is Ground War. The pre-match timer will no longer reset in the event that a player leaves the queue, so a major annoyance has been rectified there. The next change is for Search and Destroy, where the player XP point values have been adjusted, so a kill is now worth 500 XP, an assist is worth 200, a shield assist is worth 400, a headshot is worth 1,000, a plant is worth 1,000, a defuse is worth 1,000 with a bonus of 250 if you're the last remaining player on your team, and a ninja defuse is worth 1,250 with that same bonus if you're last alive. And for the war mode, players that join in progress can no longer be placed on a full team. The tank escort phase time limit got decreased from 6 minutes to 5, and joining an in-progress game during the ending cinematic sequence is now no longer possible. Changes were also made to equipment, field upgrades, and streaks. So for equipment, the throwing stars were fixed so that one-hit kills are now no longer allowed unless you hit the head, and the EMP grenades tracker removal prompt was fixed so that it no longer stays on your screen after dying. For field upgrades, deployable covers can no longer be stacked, so the second you place another one, the previous one is automatically destroyed. For trophy systems, they will no longer target target the Mosquito drone. For kill streaks, the Juggernaut Recon's unlimited ammo exploit was patched, the third-person view for the precision airstrike was fixed so the player can look through the binoculars properly, and finally the issue with the remote turret where you got stuck with the tablet in your hands has been patched, and if you guys saw my post on Twitter, you know what I'm talking about, so I am very happy about that. And finally today we've got some cosmetic changes, 2 quick adjustments pertaining to gun camos. The Priceless and Interstellar camos got faster animations, as well as the Borealis and Bioluminescent camos for the Zombies mode. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Would love to know your thoughts on these changes down below, and do me a favor, if you enjoyed this video and you want to stay up to date with all the happenings in MW3 and Warzone, be sure to drop a like and subscribe with notifications on. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2023, so I would love for you to join my community. Check the description of this video for my other social medias if you want to stay connected, and I will see you all in whatever video I upload next. Take care.